Hello, my name is Dale Maley. A little background on this project. I like to build hand-cranked wood models, and I've now built over 50 of the hand-cranked models. I take these models to public events and family events, and boy, the children and the adults sure love to play with these models. Now, over the last couple of years, the last few models that I built, when I designed those, I assumed that 100 RPM was the maximum speed that a child or an adult could crank at. However, after I built these models, I noticed that my grandchildren were able to jam up some of these models by trying to crank them as fast as they could go. And I recently discovered, by running some new tests, that children or adults can crank up to about 202 RPM on my models. So no wonder the kids were able to jam up some of the models. Now here's one of my larger models, and one of my granddaughters is very proud that she's able to crank it fast enough to jam up this model. So on this model, I went back to the original design data I used back from November of 2022, and I did some tests, and I found out the maximum speed the model will run at without jamming is somewhere around 9 or 10 RPM. So based on that, I chose a 12:1 worm gear ratio because I assumed the 100 maximum cranking speed divided by 9 was 11.1, so I rounded that to 12. But in reality, with a 12:1 ratio and my granddaughter cranking at 202 RPM on the crank, she actually made the model try to run at 16.8, which is way past the 9 or 10 RPM. Now the correct ratio ought to be the 202 max speed divided by the 9, which gives you 22.44. So I decided to make a new worm gear set with a 22:1 ratio, and my granddaughter will no longer be able to jam up this model. Now there's a lot more than what you'd think involved with designing and making the wooden worm gear and its mating spur gear. There's no way I could cover that in one short video. However, I've made several other YouTube videos if you're interested, and they include how to draw the worm gear in SketchUp, then how to actually make a wooden worm gear, how to draw the mating spur gear with angled teeth, then how to actually make a mating spur gear with angled teeth, and you can actually also see the test where I found out the maximum cranking speed was 202 RPM. When I make wooden worm gears, to remove the material between the teeth, I use my old Dremel with a special cut saw bit, and that bit has a 1/4 inch OD. It's a 1/2 inch long, and it's made on an 1/8 inch shaft so it fits the Dremel. You can buy that from Clean Spur or several other suppliers. So here's a close-up shot of that special cut saw bit, and the 1/4 inch outside diameter of that bit fits great inside of the teeth because the teeth have a center distance between them of 0.28. And I made probably 5 worm gears now, so if you really look at the picture on the right hand side of the bit, I've actually worn off several chunks off there, but it still seems to work fine. Now here's a photo of the new worm gear with a 22:1 gear reduction ratio. It has a 2 inch outside diameter, it's 4 inches long, and the center bore is 3/4 of an inch. Now to figure the tooth spacing here, it's 2 pi r divided by the number of teeth, which in this case works out to 0.28559. I make these out of red oak, and as you saw before, I use a handheld Dremel with a carving bit to remove the material and form the teeth. The mating gear to the spur gear has a 4 inch pitch diameter. I print that out from SketchUp, a free drafting program. I glue that onto the oak gear blank using white Elmer's glue. I drill the 3/4 inch center hole and the 6 decorative 1/2 inch holes. Then I just start drill the 22 holes with a 7/32 diameter bit. Then I put the gear blank on an 8.1 degree angled wood block, and I drill the 22 holes. Then I take the same angle block and the gear over to the bandsaw, and I cut out the teeth. Now here's a photo on the bandsaw, and you can see below the brown gear, you can see my little scrap block of wood that has an 8.1 degree made in it. And then As I said before, I use that on the drill press, and I drill out 7/32 holes to form the root of the teeth. Then I use the same block on the bandsaw as shown here, and I bandsaw out the teeth. You can see the little chunks from the teeth laying to the left and behind the gear. And you do have to make sure you have the angle block in the right orientation so you get the angle that matches up with the worm gear. Now here's a photo of the finished worm gear set with 22 teeth on the top gear, and then you see my new worm gear down below. So let's watch a short video of this new worm gear set in action. Now I do have a ratcheting pawl above the gear set, and that's to keep kids from cranking the model in the wrong direction. Now for some closing thoughts on this project. With the new worm gear set, no matter how fast I crank it, I cannot jam up the model. So I'm very anxious for my granddaughter to test it out. Now the past worm gears I made were somewhere between a gear reduction ratio of 12 and 20 to 1. So this is actually the largest gear reduction ratio set I've ever made, but it worked out just fine. So in summary, this short video explains how to use worm gears on hand cranked wood models. Hopefully this video gives you some ideas and helps you in your projects. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please subscribe. Thank you.